Welcome to Salsa and Everett's Bachata Night. Welcome everybody. Hello. We are back. Welcome to Salsa and Everett's Bachata Night. I hope you had a good Labor Day weekend. Our weekend was pretty productive. As many of you know, I am actually in Denver, Colorado for the month, renovating my mother-in-law's house so that we can bring her back to Washington State to live with us and rent out her home. And so a lot of progress has been made. The old flooring is going to come up this weekend, and we'll have new flooring by probably Tuesday, which is really exciting. The bathroom renovation is well underway. The poor guy who started it today had really a job ahead of him. That tile was really well secured. All right, so for tonight, let's talk about bachata. There's lots of fun footwork to learn in bachata, so we're just gonna barely scratch the surface of it, but when you see accomplished bachata dancers dancing together, they are doing some really fun, fancy things with their feet. All right, so let's just get started with the really basic footwork. So what we want is the structure of the music is an 8-count like salsa. So in that regard, the counting is going to be very similar. But we're going to actually start on the same foot we do in salsa, but we're going to move, instead of forward and backwards in a slot, we're going to move laterally side to side for the most part. So we're going to start with our weight. And again, we're learning this all on the leader's timing just to get everybody on the same page. You would just flip it around if you were the follow. And we'll probably do some fun follow stuff later this week. So we start with our weight on our right foot, and we're going to take our first step to our left. So we step out to the side, and it's just hip width apart. We put all our weight down. That's 1. 2, we bring this right foot together and step down onto it. Now our weight's on the right. And then 3, we step out to the side again, another hip width distance. And then on the count of 4, we tap with our right foot. We don't put our weight on it, we just tap it. So we're kind of marking time. You can start to really get into the sort of juiciness of it with a hip flick, which we'll talk about another time. But let's just start again. Over here, weight's on the right. We're going to step out with our left foot to the side. We go 1, 2, 3, tap. Okay? One more time, and then I'll flip around and show you from behind. Weight's on the right. We go side, together, side, tap. Weight should be on the right. And we're going to step out to the left and go side, together, side, tap. Okay? And now we're going to keep doing this back the other way. So we take our right foot down and we go side, together, side, tap. So we go side, together, side, tap. Okay, so let's just give that a whirl. We're going to do a very simple drill, just doing that basic, and we'll put on some music because, you know, bachata is just more fun danced to music. So. Okay. Weight's on the right. We're going to start to our left. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, tap. 6, 7, tap. Side together, side, tap. Side together, side. 1. 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, together, side, tap, side, tap, side, together, side. So that's the basic. Pretty straightforward, nothing fancy. And one thing that you may have noticed is that there's a little bit of hip action that is completely optional, and I wouldn't worry about it if you're just sort of getting the footwork down, but If you feel comfortable adding it in, I just want to give you some tips, because as soon as you start dancing, well, assuming we ever get to dance in the clubs again, you'll notice people doing it, and there is a right way and a wrong way to do it, depending on where the power for that comes from. So I'll start it facing you, and then I'll flip around and show you. So when we go side, together, side, and we do the tap, what you want to do is, as you put the ball of your foot down, and you're not going to like transfer your weight or anything, you're going to leave that knee bent, but you're going to kind of push into the floor just for a second, and that will bring your hip out like that. So you can just stand here with your weight on your right, and you can kind of push into the floor and see what happens when you push into the floor and slightly straighten the leg just for a second. It causes that left hip to come out. And that's where the energy for that hip flick is coming from. If you're and trying to imitate it, you might accidentally instead be trying to get the hip to come up using your abs, so kind of bringing it up from the top, and that's not really good for you, and it's not really sort of going to give you the best kind of overall feeling in the dance. So you want to kind of push into the floor to get that hip to come out. So just give that a whirl, just kind of push into the floor. And then you can try the other side. So now put your weight on your left and push into the floor with your right foot and kind of feel how the hip comes out like that. Okay, so now if you feel so inclined, we'll do a little drill without music, and then we'll add music in. You can add that in, but if it's too much, you know, trying to keep your feet in the right timing in the beginning, then don't worry about it. Just do the tap and don't worry about that hip. Do it once you're feeling really comfortable with your feet, okay? So we start with our weight on our right, and we go side, side, tap, right? So it's just a quick out and in. Side, together, side, tap. Side, together, side, tap. Side, together, side, tap. And like I said, if you just want to tap with no hip action, that's just completely fine, right? Side, together, side, tap. That might be where you're at. And you know, this should be fun and not stressful. So we can go side, together, side, tap, side, together, side, tap, side, together, side, tap, side, together, side, tap, or just side, together, side, tap without the hip. So you decide what feels best to you. We're going to try doing that now, sort of thinking about that with a couple of songs of different tempos. So let's start with, let's see. This is a nice slow one. Okay? So I'm going to start facing away from you. Weights on the right. We're just going to do this side to side drill. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, tap. 5, 6, 7, tap. 1, 5. 1, 5. Side together, side, tap. Side together, side, tap. Side together, side.
Te suplico apartarte de mi lado, no pretendas fingir sinceridad. Por mi parte este amor se ha terminado. Vete lejos donde no te vuelva a ver.
Alright, so let's try a slightly faster song. Okay, again, weights on the right. You may find as it gets faster, it's harder to do that hip flick, so leave it out if you want to. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Tap. 5, 6, 7. 1. 1. Side together, side, tap. So now I'm taking the hip out. Side together, side, tap. Side together, side, tap. Just keeping time, enjoying the music, getting some muscle memory do once your footwork is in line. Okay. So that's fun. All right, so let's just learn a couple of really important basics. One is the left turn and one is the right turn. Okay, so I'm gonna just talk you through it while I'm facing you, and then I'm gonna flip around. We start with our weight on our right foot, and so weight's on the right. You step to your left, you turn and land on your right foot, and then you're gonna keep turning. Now you're on your right foot as you turn, and you land on your left foot. And then you tap with your right foot. So let's try that again. All you have to really remember is that you're just doing a complete left turn. So you're always turning left. And what's helpful is if you can look over your left shoulder as you're going around so you kind of don't get lost. So you're just taking 3 steps to get around to your left, and then you're gonna tap when you're facing the same direction that you started. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, tap. Okay, again. So I'm spinning on my left half turn, right half turn, land on my left, tap. I'll do a little bit faster with you, and then I'll turn it, do it facing away. Weight's on the right. So 1, 2, 3, oops. I spun myself around twice on accident. I got so excited about it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, tap. Okay? So let me do it facing away from you. Weight's on the right. So we go left, right, left, tap. Okay? All right, so let's give that a whirl. Just the left turn. We're gonna put some basics in first, and then I'll call the left-hand turn. It's gonna look like this. So we'll start with a basic, 1, 2, 3, and then we'll be halfway through and I'll call left-hand turn, and then we know we gotta start our left hand turn, tap. Okay, so a couple times it's facing you, and then I'll do it away. Weight's on the right, basic step, 1, 2, 3, left turn is next, go. 1, 2, 3, tap, 5, 6, 7, tap. So you just finish off the second half of that measure with a basic, with a half a basic. Let's do that again. Weight's on the right, full basic, 1, 2, 3, tap, left turns next, tap, step, 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 tap, 5, 6, 7. Let me do it facing away. All right, weight's on the right, full basic, 1, 2, 3, tap, left hand turn, go. Step, 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 tap, 5, 6, 7, tap. Okay, let's try that again. Full basic. 1, 2, 3, tap, left turns next, tap, step, 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 tap, 5, 6, 7, tap. Okay, so we're gonna do that to music, and then we'll do the right turn. So hang in there. Again, we'll do this to a nice slow tempo so we have a bit of time to get used to those turns. Here we go. Weight's on the right. 5, 6, basic step. 1, 2, 3, left turns next. Go. Step, 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 tap. 5, 6, basic. 1, 2, 3, left hand turn. Step, 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 tap, 5, 6, basic step. Left turns next. Step, tap, 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 5, 6, 7. Basic. Left turn. Step, 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 tap, 5, 6, 7. Basic. Left turn. Step, 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 tap, 5, 6, basic step. Left turns next, here we go. Good. Excellent. Alright, so now let's just quickly switch over. Let's do that right turn. Same idea. Everything about it is the same, it's just a mirror image of that. So we're going to be true to the timing, which means we are going to start on the 1. So the right turn, of course, is gonna start halfway through a basic. So we do a half a basic to our left, step, 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 tap. And now I'm gonna take my right foot and step down the line of dance towards my right. I'm gonna spin on that right foot halfway around, land on my left, keep spinning, watch over my right shoulder, on my left foot now, step down and tap. So let's try that again. So weights on the right, we do a half a basic. 1, 2, 3, tap. Now we're gonna do our right hand turns. We step, turn, turn, tap. Let's try that again. So we do basic and then right turn. Step, tap, step, tap. One more time, basic. 1, 2, 3, right turn, step, 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 tap. Okay, so a little faster, how that looks. 1, 2, 3, tap, step, 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 tap. Okay, and let's do it from the other direction. So again, our weight starts on our right, half a basic. 1, 2, 3, right turn, step, turn, turn, tap. Do that again, half a basic, step, turn, turn, tap. One more time, half a basic. And I'm spinning on my right, spinning on my left, landing on my right, and tap. Now we have 2 kinds of turns. So we can do the same song with a full basic, a right turn, and a left turn. Let's give that a whirl. 5, 6, basic step. 1, 2, 3. Left turn. Next we're gonna do a right turn. Here we go. Left turn is next, not yet. Here we go. Right turn. There we go. Left turn. Right turn. Good. Let's do a left turn. Excellent. Okay. All right, already 8:20. You guys have learned so much. So we're going to skip the forward and back, which would be another sort of basic move you would normally learn in the course of a beginner bachata class, and go straight to the in-place bachata. And I just, it's a fairly straightforward move, but there's a lot of things you can do with it, so it's a nice foundation to have. And I want you to just for today think about like what with your feet feels like most fun to you, because there's lots of different ways you can do this. You can do an in-place step really close together, or you can have kind of a wider stance. So pick one that feels good to you. And basically, as you might have guessed, this in-place step is just literally in place. You're taking the exact same footwork and the exact same timing with the exact same feet, but you're not moving side to side, you're staying right in place. So whatever distance your feet are apart, that's where they're gonna stay, okay? So put your weight on your right foot, and we just in place, we step onto our left foot, we step onto our right foot, we step onto our left foot, and we tap. And because we're not going anywhere, we can really make the hips kind of fun and juicy. Okay, so here we go. Left, right, tap. Right, left, tap. Left, right, tap. Right, left, tap. Let me do that so that you can see me facing away. All right, so we have our weight on our right foot. So we're just going in place. 1, 2, 3, tap. 5, 6, 7, tap. 1, 2, 3, tap. 5, 6, 7, tap. All right. Okay. Weights on the right, just in place, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, tap. 5, 6, 7, tap. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3,
cruzado en mi camino. Con tu llanto no me vas a convencer.
5, 6, 7.
En mi alma ya no existe el cariño. Imposible que te vuelva a querer.
Alright, so now let's add in a basic. Left
Apartarte de mi
and
lado.
right.
No pretendas fingir sinceridad.
Back to in place.
Por mi
1,
parte este
2,
amor
3,
se ha terminado.
5, 6, 7.
Vete
1,
lejos donde
2,
no
3.
te vuelva a ver.
Add a
Por
basic.
mi parte este amor se ha terminado. Vete lejos donde
Now we're gonna do
no
a
te
left
vuelva a
turn.
ver. Yo no niego
Turn,
que te
turn,
quise
turn,
con
tap.
locura, pero hoy
And
me
now a
voy
right turn.
de haberte
Step,
querido.
turn, tap, basic.
Sigue tu camino, no pienses
And in place.
busca tu destino.
Here we go. Okay. Perfect. So, one little variation that I'll show you before we just do our last song in jam. In the jam, you can do whatever you want. We're going to just make that in place step syncopated and a little fancier. So I'll show you from the front and then I'll show you from the back. Weights on the right. What you're going to do is, as you do your in place step, you're going to add a tap on the and. Okay? So we'll do it slow first. Your weight is on your right. You step down on your left, one and as a tap. So you take your right foot and tap. Then you step down and tap. Then you step down and tap. Okay, so it looks like this. Normally you would go 1, 2, 3, tap. Instead you're going to go 1, tap, 2, tap, 3, tap. Okay, it's a lot of tapping. So again, just the regular one, weights on the right, we go 1 and 2 and 3, tap. So now we're going to do weights on the right, 1, tap, 2, tap, 3, tap. Okay, so let's try that a little faster. 1, tap, 2, tap, 3, tap. And you can do it on the other side. We will just kind of go back to our weights on the right and just kind of practice it right here. 1, tap, 2, tap, 3, tap. Okay, so let me do that facing away from you. Weights on the right, just a regular in place. So we go step, 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 tap. So now let's add the taps on the ands. 1, tap, 2, tap, 3, tap. Okay, now as you can imagine, you can do the same thing on the other side. We got here halfway through. Now on 5, we would normally step to our right. So just do a regular in place, nothing fancy. So we go 5, 6, 7, tap. Okay, go back to the weight on the left. We're halfway through the move. We're going to add in those ands. So we go 5 and 6 and 7, tap. Let's try the whole thing with the taps from the top. So we're going to go 1 and 2 and 3, tap, 5 and 6 and 7, tap. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3, tap, 5 and 6 and 7, tap. 1 and 2 and 3, tap, 5 and 6 and 7, tap. 1 and 2 and 3, tap, 5 and 6 and 7, tap. 1 and 2 and 3, tap, 5 and 6 and 7, tap. And when it's at speed and you've developed some muscle memory with this one, it does take a little bit of practice. It has just a beautiful, fun quality in the dance. So, looking at our time, what we're going to do is 2 songs. One will be slow, one will be fastish. And you can do anything you want. I will call some moves for a little bit and then I'll let you sort of do whatever you want to do, or you can do that right away. You know, of course I can't see you, so I don't know. Here we go. So I'll start facing away. 5, 6, basic, and 1, 2, 3, tap, 5, 6, 7, tap, 1, 2, 3, left turn, step, turn, tap, 5, 6, 7, right turn, step, turn, tap, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to do in place. Step, 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 tap, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to try to syncopate it. 1 and 2 and 3, tap, 5 and 6 and 7, tap, 1 and 2 and 3, tap, 5 and 6 and 7, tap, basic, 5, 6, 7, 1, 5, 6, 7, 1, left turn, right turn, in place, 1, 2, 3, syncopated, 1 and 2 and 3, tap, 5 and 6 and 7, tap. Okay, so that's our cue to move on to this faster song. Okay, hold on 1 second. And I'm just acknowledging that we're a little over time, but we're gonna do the fast song anyway. And when we're doing this song, you should do whatever moves you wanna do. I'm gonna do some things and call them, but if you have other moves or you just wanna do the basic, whatever feels good to you is what you should do. I'll start facing you, my weight's on my right. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna do a left turn. And a right turn. And an in place. And then I'm gonna syncopate it. Basic. And the basic is where you're at, that's where you are, and that's all good. Left turn if you feel like it. Right turn. Now keep that basic, but move around the room wherever you want to. Remember that we're going left and right and left and right. And you can go forward with your left and back with your right, side to side here. You can do some turns. Basic. Let's do it in place. If you feel like doing syncopation, go ahead. And move around the room, take it around. You know what to do with your feet. You know you're gonna go left on the 1, right on the 5. You can do little turns if you want, just half turns. You don't have to go all the way around. But if you do want to go all the way around, go to town. Feeling really adventurous, you can do double turns. I'm not going to do that because I'm in a rented place, I might hit a wall. Okay, one last thing that we're going to do. If you've been my student before, you know I love to do this. We're gonna leave the freeway, go back onto the residential side roads to the first song, and you are gonna feel like you have all the time in the world to do this dance. Weights on the right. Five, 6, basic, left, right. If you weren't doing the hip flick before, you can add that in now, you've got so much time. Now we're going to do a left turn. And a right turn. And in place. 1, 2, 3. And syncopate that in place. 1 and 2 and 3. Tap 5 and 6 and 7. Tap basic. Now take that wherever you want to. Take that basic forward. Take it backwards. Take it a half a turn to the left. Come back to the right. You can even do crazy things like keep turning to the right forever with your footwork. Or the other way. Doesn't really matter as long as you're going left with your left foot on the 1 and right right foot on the 5.
Busca tu destino.
All right, and that, my friends, astonishingly, is 7 minutes past our time. So I want to thank you so much again for joining me today. I love dancing with you. It's such a welcome part of my week. Balance the fact that we can't meet in my studio in person and dance in the dance halls right now because it isn't safe. And I appreciate you watching. If you're watching later, then thanks for joining us at a time that's more convenient for you. I will be coming back to you from Denver probably sometime this weekend. I'll give you a little heads up, maybe Saturday if possible, and give you a little update on the house we're renovated, and we'll add in more things. I'm thinking, haven't quite decided, but I'm kind of thinking of focusing on follow stuff on the weekend. Not that you can't, anybody can do this, and just sort of a kind of a backup for anyone who's a beginner. Typically in these dances, salsa and bachata, that we teach in my studio, there is a follow and a lead. The follow follows the leader's cues. But a lot of the footwork is pretty similar. It's just kind of danced on a different part of the music. And so I highly encourage anyone who is typically a lead to learn how to follow, and vice versa. It makes you a better dancer in whatever role you prefer, or it makes you versatile. I love to do both things on the dance floor. So if you would like to join us this weekend, we'll just kind of swip it around so that the follow footwork timing is what we'll emphasize, but everybody can do this. You don't have to be any particular gender or any particular role to learn this footwork. All right, I look forward to dancing with you again. Thanks so much for joining me, and I hope you are having a wonderful night.